Hey guys, so today, since I gave you all a little introduction into what essential and carrot oils is, we're gonna delve right into a little more what all that is. So, carrot oil, I explained to you, it basically carries the essential oil, but that's only a part of this. Carrot oils is like adding water to something; it dilutes it. So when I go and I put a carrot oil in, then I put a bunch of oil in. Well, for let's say a bar of soap, I put in essential oils and carrot oils, or even shampoos. Um, for every ounce, I have to put 10 to 12 drops, and I put carrot oil and dilute that. Makes it about like a 2% dilution. Now what that means is that you're not going to get the fullness of this essential oil. So, and some people are like, well, that sounds like that kind of sucks, and it kind of does. But you gotta remember that some of these essential oils are very harsh to your skin. For example, I think I talked about this a little bit last time. Peppermint, very strong, activates ions, and if you put it on your skin, it's going to activate ions, and it's going to feel like it's burning. Not in the sense that your skin's going to be, hey, I'm on fire, or something like that. It's going to feel like you put a peppermint in your mouth, and you drink water. So, you never want to use peppermint too strongly in a soap, and most of the time you don't want to use it at all. But like on your hair or something, that should be fine because it's not direct skin contact. It has to go through your hair first. Your hair almost acts like a filter when it does that. Now, I'll put it in the link in the description. There's an introduction thing on Aroma Head. It's a place I went to for aromatherapy, and it kind of teaches you things like that. Now they don't have a carrot oil, essential oil kind of class for beard oils. It's one of those things you gotta kind of learn as you go. Alright, but I'm gonna show you all something here. Yeah. Alright, so this is the jasmine. And it's got all your ingredients here. And it'll say, like your ingredients, it'll say what the aroma is, the attributes, and things like that. And it'll even tell you what it's for. So like relaxing blend. You add 2 drops of jasmine fragrance and lavender oil, along with 15 drops of vanilla concentrate oil to a diffuser, and you enjoy. Now, basically, that's telling you one of the best applications that you can have for this oil, so that way you can enjoy it fully. You can actually translate that to a beard oil if you want to. Just always, use carrot oils. And down here it says the extract method. Now, the extract method, there's things like cold press, there's steam, there's all kinds of, I think it's like 4 different types. I can't remember exactly all 4, but there's 4 different types of extraction. Okay, cold press would be something for when you go to a plant. If you were to use heat, it would evaporate it. So you use cold press. Steam, meaning that you can use steam and it will extract it that way. But there's a few other methods around. So, and I personally, I like the cold press oils, and not for the sense that steam's any better or worse. It's just that me personally, I like a lot of the cold press stuff. So, but one of my favorite things on this, now this is the Now brand, okay? So a lot of them are just pure. This one's a fragrance oil, okay? I do use fragrance oil because fragrance oil isn't bad for your skin. It's also not going to kill you or anything like that. If it was, I wouldn't use it. You can use it. People use it for perfumes and colognes all the time. Okay, um, so that's why I use it in the beard oil. I just use it as a fragrance. I don't ever use it too powerfully. So, but it'll tell you the suggested use. Okay, so it'll say for aromatherapy use. Now, aromatherapy can go anywhere between a diffuser, which is you put oil in a machine and it diffuses the oil and gives you a fragrance. Or you can put in perfume, like I said before. You can even actually take oil dabs, put them on your walls, objects, things like that. You can use certain oils to wipe away cleans and stuff, like lemon. Lemon's a good household cleaner oil. So I mean, you can use a lot of them because they will strip stuff off. So, which is why some companies use them in their shampoos, just to strip them off, keep it natural. But anyways, it'll even tell you, you need, see it for all other uses, carefully dilute with a carrier oil. Okay, and these are the carrier oils I want you to dilute with. Okay, you can use jojoba, which is one I use, grapeseed, olive, or almond oil, which I also use. And then prior to use, you want to consult a professional. So yeah, you want to talk to a doctor. That's what they're saying. You're going to want to talk to a doctor, make sure, well, one, you're not allergic to any of the ingredients. I always tell you guys, talk to a doctor. If you got a nut allergy, sweet almond oil, or any other almond oil for that matter, because there's 2 or 3 different kind of almond oils, those are nuts. You'll get a nut allergy. You can solve it for coconut, and coconut's actually not a nut. It has similarities to a nut, as the way it grows and things like that, but chemically, the makeup of it all, it's not a nut. So, but that's why I love these kinds of bottles, because it tells you the carrot oils you need, what to dilute it with. Some of them may say, well, this oil ain't gonna work for it. If you notice, this didn't say coconut oil at all. That's why when I do a night blend, I use jojoba and sweet almond oil, because the coconut oil won't dilute this as well as those two. Now, can I use straight up jojoba? I can use straight up jojoba. If you had a nut allergy and I just wanted to, not put in sweet almond oil, I can do that. However, that means it's not going to have a strong conditioner. I mean, it's going to have a conditioner. Jojoba itself can be used as a conditioner, but it's not going to have a sweet almond oil or coconut effect. Okay, so I actually haven't put any oils or anything in it, and I'm actually having a pretty good beard day right now. So, but and that's not just the case for this. I mean, I can go all the way down here and go to the cinnamon. They'll even tell me, your suggested uses. Jojoba, grapeseed, olive, almond oil. I mean, so it's got similar carrot oils you can use, but they'll even tell you, this is 100% cinnamon cassia oil. Get a warm and spicy aroma. The benefits of this is that it's a warming, stimulating, and refreshing feel. What that mean is that this would be great for a beard oil in the wintertime. That one may hint, I don't know what it is. But if you're going to use other essential oils to mix with this, most fragrant oils can go with any oil just about. There are ones that you want to definitely go to when it says this works well with this, but there are ones like this that mix better with these ones. So this one will say frankincense, hyssop, myrrh, and cinnamon bark oils. It'll mix a lot better with that. So the fragrance oil, you can go, I can put citrus in there even though it doesn't say mixes well with this, but it does mix well with it. Why? Because it's something you find out later on. But at the same time, you always want to go to the suggested uses. For example, if you're at your home and you're doing aromatherapy, or you make your own bar soap or whatever have you, and you use tea tree and lavender together, okay? And let's say you make bar soap for the whole family, and here comes your 8-year-old son going to take a shower. Well, thing is that in adolescence, anyone who has not hit puberty, if they use lavender and tea tree together, it has similar properties that can actually reduce your testosterone, like a female product can boost your estrogen. This will actually lower testosterone. So, now, does that mean for males? No. Younger adolescents, it's a thing where basically, when you haven't hit puberty, you're very susceptible to a lot of different things. Okay, you're like a radio antenna, so you pick up different stations. Some are clear, some are not. And when it comes down to it, unfortunately, when you're that young, you're susceptible to just about every single thing, you know. So, using those two together, and if you have kids in the house, be sure that it's not going to be a mixture that they can reach themselves into. Now, does that mean that they'll hurt women? No, because what it'll do is it'll lower your testosterone in the women who have not hit puberty yet, basically, these little girls will probably develop faster. Got gnats in here. But they'll probably develop a little faster, meaning that when they hit their puberty, you all know what happens there. But they might develop faster in the chest area, basically their curves, and they'll probably get more womanly features as they go throughout the puberty if you use products like that. So, will it hurt? No, but at the same time, you're going to want to be careful, because if it's doing this to boys and doing this to girls, for one, it's not always the safest bet that, oh, well, this is helping them out, and this one's not helping them out, so I keep it this away from them, I give this to her, that'll be fine, right? Again, you're messing with hormones. You're messing with a lot of different things there. So, I wouldn't get into that, because, I mean, that's a doctor thing, so, but anyways, so, carrier oils, as I said before, do carry the oil. They do also dilute it. And a lot of actual essential oils here can help carrier oils, because they can, they're either thinner or thicker. Okay, certain oils are thinner and thicker than the carrier oil itself, meaning that if you put that essential oil that's thinner than the carrier oil, it'll make the carrier oil thinner. If it's thicker, it'll make the carrier oil thicker. So, you know, it has trade-offs. If you have essential oils that mix well, makes one thicker essential oil to a thinner essential oil, and makes the carrier oil thinner. I mean, there's a lot of different things to it. So, so you gotta go with experience. So, learning from an aromatherapy standpoint, self-taught. I was self-taught for a while, and then I went and learned aromatherapy. Opened my eyes to a lot of different things. So if I were you all, I would go find aromatherapy. Actually, there's a place called AromaHead. I think I just told you all that a second ago. But anyways, AromaHead.com. They have a free lesson plan for you. Gives you a bit of an introduction. And it touches on some points like I just told y'all just now. But it'll touch on some points and give you all a better understanding. But I would delve in a little deeper than just the introduction. You'll learn a whole lot. So, but thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you all get a better understanding of how the carrier oil works and transition to the actual essential oil. Next time I'm going to talk more about how to blend these essential oils with other essential oils.